Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to the maths class. Dear students, in the last session we have finished the second exercise in relations and functions. In this session I am going to start exercise 3 in relations and functions. So here the second exercise, it is 2.3. Now let's see the first problem in this exercise. So here first one is, which of the following relations are functions and give reasons. If it is a function, determine its domain and range. This is the first one here. Just the given the Cartesian product as a relations, and we need to decide whether the given relation is a function or not. And if it is a function, we should mention the reason, and we also find out the domain and range of the function. Okay, now let's see the first one here. 2 1 5 1 8 1 11 and 1 14 1 17 1. So this is a relation they given. So we need to decide it is a function or not, right? So here it is a function because so all the first elements we can consider as set A, all the second elements we consider as set B. Okay. So the function definition is, each element of set A has only one image in set B. So here set A elements are 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17, right? So let's see, I will write on this paper. So here the first one, this is exercise 2.3. In 2.3, first one, in that first, the round number 1 is given like this: 2 1 and 5 1, 8 1, 11 1, 14 1 and 17 1. This is the first relation they given. So we need to decide whether the given function is relation is a function or not. So first you have to know the definition of the function, right? So function definition is, so otherwise first let's see, these first elements represent set A. Already I told you, I consider like this. A is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17, right? And set B, the second elements are, so here 1, all the second elements are 1 only. Every order pair the second element is 1. So B is 1, right? So if you draw the diagram for this, map diagram, once see, you will get like this. So here it is 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. So this one only 1. So here 2 as image 1 and 5 as image 1, 8 also as image 1, 11 and 14 and 17. So all the elements in set A has one image in set B, right? So that's why this is a function. Clear? In this way you have to identify whether the given relation is a function or not. So that's why this is a function. The reason is, all the elements in set A or each element in set A has only one image in set B. That's why it is a function. And one more question is given, you have to identify the domain and range of the function also. Domain, already I gave the definition of domain. In the set of order pairs, all the first set of first elements or comes under domain of the relation. So here the set A is called as, here it is domain. So all the elements you have to write which are available in set A, right? And B, another one is range. Range is that the pre-images of the images of the elements of A, right? These are the elements of A. So images of these elements are only 1, right? So that's why the range of this relation is 1 only. So here domain is A. A means all these elements 2, 5, 8, 11, 14 and 17. Clear? Okay, in this way you have to check the given relation is a function or not. Okay, and In that second problem 1c, so here the second one is given, that is 2 1 4 2 6 3 8 4 10 5 12 6 14 7. This is also a relation, so you need to check this is a function or not. If it is a function, then give the reason, and also you have to find out domain and range. Okay, now let's see how we can find out this. Okay, so second one is given that in this second one is given, that is 2 1 and 4 2 6 3 8 4 10 5 and 12 6 14 7. These are the order pairs in this relation. These are the elements in this set. Okay, now first let's see, it is a relation, it is a function or not. Okay, the function definition already gave you. Each element of set A has only one image in set B. So just first write the set A element. Set A means all the first elements of in this order pairs. So here we just assume the set is A, 2 4 6 8 10 12 and 14. These are the first elements in this order pairs, right? Let me take B is equals to here, assume B, all the second elements of this order pair. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. These are the elements in set B. That means B. So if you draw the map diagram like this, you will understand in an easy way. 1c. So here it is A, it is B. So here it is 2 4 6 8 10 12 and 14. These are the elements in set A, and set B are 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7. So here according to this order pairs, you can map this value. So 2 is mapped with 1, 4 is 2, 6 with 3, 8 with 4, 10 with 5, 12 with 6, 14 with 7. So if you observe here, each element of A has only one image in set B. So that's why this is a function, right? So when it is a function, we can easily determine the domain and range of the function. So just domain means here all the elements are available in set A. So domain is equals to A already we wrote here 2 4 6 8 10 12 and 14. Just directly you can write 2 4 6 8 10 12 14. Again you no need to write this one, but if you have a proper idea, you can conclude this. Okay, and the range is the images of the elements of set A. So here all these are the images of the elements of set A. So that's why you have to consider the elements which are in B or images. So here B we assumed this set. That's why this range of this set is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 7, right? So in this way you have to identify that whether the given relation is function or not. If it is a function, you have to mention the reason, and also you have to find out the domain and range of the function. Clear? In this way you have to do. So here one more problem also there, that is third one. So you have to do as a homework it is. Okay, now let's see the second problem in this exercise. Okay, so here the second one is 1c. The question is find the domain and range of the following real functions, right? So here the first one is f of x is equals to minus of modulus x, and f of x is equals to square root of 9 minus x square. So here these two functions are defined as for the real values only. So these two are real functions. Now let's see the first one here. Okay, the first one in the second Roman is f of x is equals to modulus of minus of modulus x. Okay, so first if I consider x is equals to 1, then this f of 1 is equals to minus of x value what I consider 1. So here modulus of 1 is how much? 1. Here minus is there, that's why it is a minus 1. Next, so here if I consider x is equals to minus 1, then f of minus 1 is equals to minus of modulus of minus 1. So here minus 1 again, because modulus of minus 1. So here modulus of x is always gives only positive value, right? Only positive value. So that's why here it is minus 1 value is 1, and again it is a minus. So that's why here it is a minus 1. If I gave x is equals to 5, so f of 5 is equals to minus of modulus 5, then is equals to it is minus 5 only. So we are getting always negative values. Suppose if x is equals to 0 and f of 0 is equals to minus of 0, modulus of 0 value is 0, minus 0, there is no negative of 0, just 0 is neither positive nor negative, so that's why this value is only 0. If you consider any other value like any fraction or anything, suppose x is equals to 1 by 3 I consider, then f of 1 by 3 is equals to how much? So minus of modulus of 1 by 3, this value also minus 1 by 3. So every time we are getting the values below 0 only, right? It means all the x values what we have given, for those every time we are getting x less than 0. So we have to consider 0 as a range of the function, right? And we don't know the maximum value, so that's why the range of this function we can write like this: minus infinity comma 0. These brackets are very very important. This is a closed bracket, this side is open bracket. Meaning of this one is you have to include the 0 and you have to exclude minus infinity, right? We don't know the value of the maximum what we have occurred when we are going to give any value of x, right? If you give any value for x, you will get always negative values only. So that's why minus infinity you have to be considered. These brackets also very very important. So here this closed bracket you have to take, because this 0 also consider here. So here open bracket you need to be considered, because minus infinity is not considered here. Between these two values you have to consider, right? So domain of, so you can write domain of this function f of x is equals to R, because we have taken positive values, negative values and fractions, everything. So that's why domain of this function f of x is equals to R, and range of this function is equals to what we got with these inputs, just 0 to minus infinity comma 0. So this is the range of the given function. In this way you have to calculate the range of and domain of the given functions. Okay, now let's see the second problem in this. I will give the idea about this, so you can try this one. So second one is root over, this is f of x, 9 minus x square, that is f of x. So f of x is given root over 9 minus x square. So here when it is defined, if 9 minus x square is less than 0, it is not defined, right? 9 minus x square is less than 0. So inside this value is less than 0. So this function is not defined, because less than 0 means we will get all the values as negative. Suppose root of minus 1, we can't say exactly root of minus 1, or any negative value we cannot define the square root of that particular number. So that's why you have to take the values of greater than 1 only, greater than 0, right? So now let's see So here, if I took first x is equals to 3, then the function is 9 minus x value is 3, 3 square value is 9 square root. Now here root over 0, that is equals to 0. Clear? Next is, if x is equals to 2, then root over 9 minus of 2 square means 4. Here it is root 5. It is 2 point something. And x is equals to 1, I consider root over 9 minus 1 whole square. So here this one is root over 9 minus 1 is 8. So this is also how much it is, 2.78 something. And if I consider x is equals to 0, I'll get 9 minus of 0 whole square is 0, then root over 9, that is equals to plus or minus 3, right? If x is equals to minus 1 is given, then the 9 minus 1 whole square means here it is 1, 9 minus 1 again root 8, again this value is repeated, right? So in this way we can get the values. If x is equals to minus 2, then the same value will come, root 5 will come. If you consider x is equals to plus 4, x is equals to plus 4. Now this value is root over 9 minus 4 square value is 16. So 9 minus 16 value is how much? Minus 7. So for the negative values, square root is not possible. So that's why you don't consider this x is equals to 4 value. So you have to take these values only, right? Suppose if you take x is equals to minus 3, then also it will be defined 9 minus 3 whole square means, so 9 square, 9 only. 9 minus 9 is 0, then root 0 value is how much? So 0 only. Clear? So here what are the possible x values? X is equals to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. These are the inputs. That means the domain of the given function f of x is equals to minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Clear? And the range of this function is what we got every time. Here it is 0 and 2 and 2.3, like this we got. So maximum we are getting the values between 0 and 3 only. Then the range of the given function is equals to 0 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3 only, right? So these values are repeated what we have given to that. So that's why the range of given function f of x is equals to root over 9 minus x square is 0 less than or equal to x less than or equals to 3. We can write like this. This is the domain. Okay, domain of this set is minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2 and 3. Clear? Okay, I hope you understand all these problems how to do. Just you have to go through the definitions of relations and function and domain and range of the functions. Then you can easily understand these problems and you can solve remaining problems also. Okay, if you have any doubt you can contact me. I will clarify the doubts. We'll see you again. Thank you.